In the studio now, I am joined by Dr. Victoria Sedman and Dr. Theresa McKinven from the Researcher Academy at the University of Nottingham. Welcome to you both. Can I start by asking, what is the Researcher Academy?
So the Researcher Academy is a network for researchers at the University of Nottingham. At Nottingham, we consider researchers to be our postgraduate research students and our research staff as well as academics. And the network is there to support the researchers during their journey whilst they're undertaking their doctorate.
And why should students decide to come to the University of Nottingham to study their PhD?
So Nottingham is one of the UK's top leading research universities. We're a member of the Russell Group. Our research is internationally excellent or world leading. So for example, in the REF, you can see that 84% of our research was classified as being internationally excellent or world leading. We offer excellent state-of-the-art research facilities, excellent training facilities from the Researcher Academy and from other parts of the university. So we really take our PGR experience very, very seriously at the University of Nottingham. We have a large number of PGR students, so there's a real community that PGRs can be a member of. And we also have campuses in Malaysia and in England. So we're truly a global university. We're also really well situated in the UK. So we're not, so the university itself, we have a number of campuses. Our main campus, for example, is in a sort of park at the edge of the city. So it's very beautiful. It's a lovely environment to do your PhD. And we also have really good transport facilities to London, Birmingham and the rest of the world.
So how does the Researcher Academy fit into all this? So how does it support postgraduate students?
Yeah, so the Researcher Academy is one of the professional services at the university. So the role the Researcher Academy has goes from sort of the initial stages of when a student would like to apply to do a doctorate at the university, and we're there to support in terms of the onboarding of that student, so in terms of inductions for that student. We're involved in welcome events, so welcoming the student into the university. And before all that happens in kind of the background, the Researcher Academy's role is there to support and work with the university around studentships and stipends, so looking at kind of some of the policies and the practices around that as well. So from that kind of very initial stages, and then once the student joins the university, after we've been through kind of welcome week and we've introduced the student to the university and to undertaking a doctoral degree at the university, because that's quite a challenge for a lot of students, is in terms of what do I do when I get to this new university? How do I navigate all the kind of academic aspects of my study, as well as thinking about myself as a researcher in terms of their development. So the Researcher Academy is really there to kind of be part of that welcome, be part of that induction process, to say, you know, there are these kind of support services available to you. This is what you might need to be thinking about to help in terms of your study, but also in terms of thinking beyond your doctorate. You know, where do you want to go next? What's your career aspirations? And helping you to identify some of the skills that you might need in that kind of environment as well. And beyond that, we also work with supervisors. So we help and support and train our supervisors to be as effective as they can be in their own practices. And that's an ongoing professional development that our supervisors have as well. So they're supporting our researchers to be as successful as they can.
And how does the Researcher Academy work with other services to support researchers in their postgraduate research journey?
So we work with the Careers and Employability Service, and the Careers and Employability Service at the University of Nottingham helps our students in terms of their CV writing, their cover letters. So again, thinking about, you know, the next steps in their journey, but also if a student wants to take on some additional work in terms of getting additional employment skills, then the Careers and Employability Service can help with that as well. And we have sessions that we run with the Careers and Employability Service where we explore things like your strengths, you know, what are your kind of key skills and what will help you in your future. And we also work with the library as well. So in terms of helping our researchers to think about what literature they might need for their doctorate, how to explore the various literature, academic journals and those kind of things, helping them in their search for the key literature there, and also how to publish their research as well. If they're successful in their projects, how to do some publishing.
And is there any other training or resources that's available to students while they're studying?
So there's quite a lot of training and resources available in the university. If you think about essentially the PGR student journey, we have that main focus. So I'd say there's like 4 main elements of the PGR student journey. So there's the work that PGRs will do in the academic environment with their supervisors. So they'll often have access to a lot of training and development within their departments, within their with their supervisors. We also work, as Vicky was saying, with a number of different services across the university. So in terms of, I think actually the PGR experience is about more than just the training and development. So if you look at things like the support services that are available to students, PGRs throughout the university, so there's a large amount of well-being support. So there'll also be development in that area, so helping our PGRs with the journey of being a PGR student, because it can be really quite challenging, as Vicky was saying. It's quite a challenging thing to be a PGR student. So we're actually very well aware of the whole kind of holistic approach to being a PGR at University of Nottingham. So in addition to the academic environment, we have the support environment and support services that are available. In terms of research methods, if you look in that kind of area, it's another area where it's very important for a PGR's development beyond their PhD, that their work is not just about their PhD. There's a lot of other things that people have to learn. So if you're working in a primarily quantitative area, it's still important to understand the qualitative skills, and vice versa if you're working in a qualitative area. They're also important to understand quantitative, because I think one of the key things is being a PGR is often a stepping stone to the next stage of someone's career. So if we think about research skills and research methods, there's the key ones you need for your programme, but there's also things like research reproducibility, which is a key a topic within research at the moment. So responsible research innovation are some of the emerging ideas that are coming forward that we provide training and development for students at Nottingham, trusted research, so that kind of thing, because often people are working outside the UK too, so they may well have collaborators. They're often working with industry partners, so that's some of the things that we also have to think about. How do you work with an industry partner? All of this is leading towards the sort of the final stage, which is, as Vicky was mentioning, about the sort of the career and employability beyond the PhD. So where can our students go afterwards? So for example, we do have some programmes where we'll have some fellowships that are available for students coming to the end of their PhD that they can apply for. And some of my colleagues, particularly within the Research Academy, we have 3 main sections. Some of my colleagues will be providing more training and development for students going beyond, thinking about how students can go beyond their PhD into that career in all sorts of different kinds of areas, whether it's in academia or industry, business, third sector, cultural sectors, and we have lots and lots of connections and lots of links into those areas.
And finally, what is it that postgraduate researchers say about the Researcher Academy? What feedback have you got?
That we offer a really good balance of different types of programmes, that we're very accessible, that because we're working across, not just in one school or one research group, it's a good opportunity, provide good opportunities to meet other researchers, other PGRs in different areas. That can often help students to provoke ideas that maybe they hadn't come across within their area. We also, because so we have different placement opportunities, for example, whether it's in in Vicky's team or my team within the Researcher Academy. So we provide really good opportunities to work with industry, which, as I said, is really useful for people when they're moving on to their next career. We also offer quite a lot of training, quite a lot of funding So we have funding, whether it's within the doctoral training programs, and those are kind of like where students come together in larger groups, often working with students in other universities. So in those funded training programs, they often talk about the opportunity to meet with students from other universities and really work in a very sort of focused way on their very particular area of study of research. So they very much express appreciation for the work that we do with them and how we advocate on their behalf.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and we will be right back after this.